Ken Hubert, retired AD from Faribault High School, and I am a Hall of Fame award winner for the MnIAAA. I was born and raised in Duluth, in the Duluth area. I actually lived next door to an elementary school while I was growing up, so I had a natural playground all the time. But during the summer times, my family had a lake place cabin that my father built about 40 miles north of Duluth, and that's where I'd spend most of the summer. I went to Denfeld High School. At Denfeld, I participated in swimming and in golf. When I was about in 10th grade, I had a teacher who really inspired me, a guy by the name of Eddie Jacobson. He made me think about becoming a teacher. I graduated from Denfeld in 1973. I'll be honest, I was the first person in my family to go to college. For me, the natural move was to go to UMD. I coached with Ozzie Hattelstead from Two Harbors, started coaching swimming there. And I also read a book called The Science of Swimming by Doc Councilman. That kind of inspired me to start thinking about coaching swimming. After college, I spent, honestly, 25 years teaching biology and anatomy and phys. Coaching swimming, I actually ended up coaching swimming for 41 years. I was one of those people who ADs sometimes find annoying because they've got work to do, and I would go and sit in the AD's office and talk to him and see what he was doing and all of that. First one was Ken Courier down in Beloit, Wisconsin, where I coached for 6 years. And then after that, it was Lowell Nomeland in Faribault. And Louis taught me a lot about being an AD. I became the AD at Faribault when our AD at that time left mid-year, and our superintendent, Keith Dixon, came to me and asked me if I would be willing to step into the office and serve as the interim for the rest of the year. After a month and a half, maybe 2 months, he came back and sat in the office and asked me if I just wanted to keep the job. I'll be honest, I wanted to continue to coach. I loved coaching too much. And he said, no, we'll let you keep on coaching. And so I was able to continue both. You have monthly meetings, and we would rotate those meetings among the different communities. I was scheduled to host a meeting, and I got a room at the hotel, coffee and juice and donuts and all that kind of stuff set up, and I was sitting there waiting for everybody else to show up, and it was about 10 after 9. The meeting started at 9 and nobody's there. I called Jeff Whitney from Mayo and said, "Where is everybody?" He pointed out that the meeting was the next week. I ended up having a meeting by myself. I sent them out everything that was approved, including having all of the Big 9 earnings put directly into Faribault High School coffers, but obviously that didn't take. Of course, they decided to play it up the next week. I had the whole thing set up again, and nobody showed up at 9 again. They all gathered someplace else and waited for an extra 15 minutes before they came to the hotel. I didn't get to be an AD for 30 or 40 years like some people did, but I respected so much what the ADs did and really found out how much ADs do. But what the AD does is so important to both to the culture of the school and to helping kids stay connected. Faribault's been a part of the Big 9 Conference, probably for 90 years now. Some of the people that I was able to work with, whether it was Gary Addington, Jeff Whitney, Mark Queasley, Todd Waterbury, Byron Olson, we just had a ton of really, really quality ADs. As a coach, you end up coaching against other schools. As an AD, you work together to make sure that all those kids have a great opportunity, and that's one of the things that I really do like about the whole AD world. Once I became a region rep, Pete Beldman wanted to get rid of having to do the newsletter along with everything else that he had to do as executive director. And I've done that now for, I think, 11 or 12 years. And then just a few years ago, the board decided to split the executive director position and have a treasurer position as well, and I applied for that. And it's something that I've really enjoyed doing, being involved. what the MnIAAA does for ADs to support ADs in their education and trying to help ADs survive the job and become better ADs is so important. The easiest piece of advice to give anybody who's looking at being an AD is when you get the job, you need to get to know the people in your conference because they're going to be your first phone call. They're so important to what you do. When I became the AD, I found that being an AD and trying to coach during the winter was challenging. I only coached fall girls swimming. I got involved in officiating, and I still am. And in fact, I assign officials in southern Minnesota for swimming and diving. That whole piece of being involved as an official, working to provide an opportunity for kids. First of all, I'd like to thank the MnIAAA. Again, this is an organization that has done an awful lot for me and does an awful lot for individuals. I'd like to thank a variety of people. I believe Byron Olson was the one who nominated me for this award. The ADs in the Big Nine Conference, the ADs in Region 1AA, people like Lisa Quedno, who's now here at the State High School League office, and so many others. Lyle Turtle was my principal for my entire time as an AD. Todd Sesker was superintendent over those years. My administrative assistant, Sean Behrens, just a really quality individual. The State High School League does an awful lot. I'm fortunate to work the girls and boys state swim meets, and I know a lot of ADs work a lot of state tournaments. What great opportunities we have to be able to see kids fulfilling their passions. That's the role of the State High School League, is providing those opportunities, and they do it well. I have to thank my family. My kids grew up with a coach for a father. Obviously my wife, Vicki and I have been married now for 47 years, and I'm not sure when she married me that she realized that she was going to be home alone as much as she was while I was off coaching. And it takes a special kind of person to be able to survive that and be supportive.